So in HTML chapter, we will be discussing what little bit introduction about HTML. We will try to understand what are the basics of HTML and what is the structure of HTML code and how we can create a sample web pages and what are the tags we are using to format the text in HTML, how we can add images, colors and background in HTML, and also how to create a table and how we can design the forms in HTML. So let us begin with a small introduction about HTML. As I as I said that HTML, it simply stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a simple markup language which is used to create hypertext documents. These hypertext documents are normally portable in nature and we can easily open these kind of files in any kind of a platform. Assume that we have written one HTML code, we have prepared what one HTML program. This HTML code can be executed or this HTML code can be run in any platform. Suppose if we are using a Windows operating system, if we are using a Linux operating system, it doesn't matter. So it will execute in all kind of platforms. So that's why it is called as a platform independent. So these HTML files are simple ASCII text files. I hope you know what you mean by ASCII. ASCII stands for American Standard Coding Information Interchange. These codes embedded to denote formatting and hypertext links. These HTML hypertext markup language we are using to write web pages. You know what you mean by a web page? A group of web pages is known as a website. A single page on the website is known as a web page, where in which we are going to use what? HTML to write the code or to design the web page. The first version of HTML was written by Tim Berners-Lee. He is the person who invented HTML code. And whatever the first version he has written, it was in 1993. In 1993, he has written what? The first HTML program, the first version of HTML program, you can say. So here, to write HTML code, we are using some special characters to separate HTML from an ordinary text. Those are nothing but we use tags, a less than symbol and greater than symbol. We are going to separate the HTML from ordinary text by using what? These two symbols, and these brackets contains the instructions known as tags that are not case sensitive. Please remember, whatever the brackets we are using, that is less than symbol and greater than symbol, within these brackets we are going to write some of the instructions. These brackets contains what? Instructions. These instructions can be known as tags. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Tags ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And these tags are not case sensitive. We can write in uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter in HTML. But in XHTML, those are what case sensitive because it follows a strict evaluation process. Okay, so this is regarding a short introduction about HTML. You may get a question in main examination saying that who invented HTML, when HTML code was written. So likewise, you may get a question, or you may get a question like expand HTML. So you need to expand it like hypertext markup language. And also when you get who invented HTML, then you have to highlight Tim Berners-Lee. So he is the main person. He invented what HTML. Okay. So now let us try to understand what do you mean by www. Commonly, you have heard these terms. The term www, which refers to World Wide Web. www stands for what? World Wide Web. Or simply we can say that it is nothing but the web. So it contains all the public websites. It is what a vast area where in which we can contain or we can find all public websites. Whoever is going to develop his website, suppose those websites launched. After launching those websites, all those websites will be available in www. So you might have observed while accessing any kind of a website, we use what www in the web URL. For example, to access YouTube, we use what www.youtube.com. To access Google server, we use www.google.com. So whatever the websites developed and launched, those websites will be available in www. So it is simply called as a web, wherein which we can connect all these websites to the internet worldwide. So this is what a www. And I said we are going to develop a websites. A website is nothing but a group of, or a website is nothing but a collection of several web pages. Website is containing what? A several kind of web pages. And these web pages were developed by using what? HTML code. Sometimes we use server-side scripting languages. Sometimes we use client-side scripting languages. So this HTML is nothing but a client-side scripting language. We use this client-side scripting language to develop a web page, a single web page. So this is related to www. So whatever the websites we are going to host or launch, all these websites will be available in our website, or those websites are available in World Wide Web, or simply we can say it as a web. It is simply called as a web. Okay. And we are going to connect these websites and www by using some kind of protocols. Protocols are nothing but some set of rules. By using these kind of protocols, we can access the server side. We can access a server, and even we can get response from the server. So here we commonly use what? HTTP or SSL. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and SSL stands for Secured Socket Layer. So these are the protocols. These are what just examples of protocols. Still, we are having what so many kind of protocols like you might have heard about FTP, File Transfer Protocol, STTP, STTPS, isn't it? While accessing the website, you might have observed that in URL, it is beginning with either STTP or STTPS. So that is indicating what the protocol. A protocol is nothing but the agreement between client and a server. Protocol is what? The agreement between client and server, which is going to follow certain rules, which is going to follow certain regulations that a client and server has to accept it. So that is what a protocol. So now let us try to understand what do you mean by a web browser and web server. Okay, so normally what happens when we are accessing the server by using a normal machine where in which we can run our web browser. Sometimes we use Google Chrome, sometimes we use Mozilla Firefox, sometimes we may use Internet Explorer. These are the common web browsers we are using to send a request to web server. Please try to understand. A web browser is nothing but a client-side application. A web browser is nothing but a client-side application. With the help of a client-side application, we are able to send a request to a server. So your browser connects to the server and it is going to request for a page. Assume that I want to visit a KUD website. What I will do? I will open a browser. By opening a browser, I will type what KUD web address. That is nothing but I'm going to type www.kud.ac.in. At that time, what happens? Your browser is going to connect to a server and it is going to request for a page. Then server machine, what happens? A server machine, it will accept the request which is coming from the client or which is coming from the browser, and it has to process it. It has to execute it. And after executing, it has to send the response. Server has to send back to the requested page. So here the request is coming from the client machine, which is accepted by the server. So here a server machine is nothing but, again, it is also one system with server capabilities. A server machine can execute server-side scripting languages. It might be JSP, Java server pages, etc. PHP, likewise. So here what happens, server is always ready for accepting the request coming from the client and it has to process it. After processing, it has to generate a response to the client machine. So this is how a client and server is going to operate. So let me make very clear here. So we may use certain web browsers here, as you are able to see here. We are using a certain web browsers like Opera, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Netscape Navigator, Mozilla Firefox, etc. With the help of these browsers, we send request to the server. So here what happens, we are having a server, web server, which is always ready to accept the request coming from the client. and it has to process the request which is coming from the client, and after processing it has to generate a proper response in terms of a HTML code. So here it has to generate a web page. So those web pages have been written by using what HTML code, and it has to process these HTML code, and it has to generate the response to appropriate web browsers. So this is how the web browser and web server is going to communicate in the computer network. So now let us try to understand the structure of HTML page. How to write HTML page? What is the general structure? Okay. So the HTML structure has been divided into three main parts. Those are nothing but heading section or title section, body part of the document, and footer section of HTML page. The entire HTML page has been divided into three main categories or three main parts, we can say. Heading section, it is also called as a title section, body part of the document, and footer part of the document. So respectively, we have to generate a code here. So the same we can implement with the help of a code, HTML code like this. As you can observe here, this is what HTML tag. HTML tag. See, I told within a brackets, within a angle brackets, we are going to write what a tag. So here what I have written, within an angle bracket, I have written what HTML here. This HTML tag has been closed here. So you can observe this is what opening tag of HTML. This has been closed here by using what slash. You can observe I have used slash here. Before writing HTML, I have used a slash here. So that is indicating what? A closing tag. So this is what opening tag. This is opening tag and this is closing tag. And this is what HTML section. This entire portion is known as HTML section. Within this, what I told, there is a heading section. As you can see here, I have used a header section here by using a head tag. There is a tag called as head, which is used to define the heading portion of the document or HTML page. So here, don't get confused. Sometimes we call HTML page as a document. Document anta kudanu ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So here also we are using what is heading opening tag, and this is what heading closing tag. Okay, so we have to write these tags specifically like this. I should not commit any mistake while writing these tags. If I commit mistakes, then my program may not execute properly. Okay, so within a header tag, now you can observe here, I am going to specify title. As you can observe here, this is opening title tag and this is closing title tag, as I am using a slash here. Okay, similarly here also I am using a slash. So those are nothing but opening and closing tags for title. So in between whatever the content I am going to write here, this is nothing but the content for title. So that means what? My web page should display the title as SEM. That's it. And here you can observe I am going to use body tags. This is opening body tag and this is closing body tag. As you can see here, again, while writing what body, I am using a forward slash here. After that, I'm going to specify what body. So this is what a closing body tag. Whatever the elements I'm going to place here, so these elements will appear in the web page document. So this is how we are going to write HTML code. HTML page has been divided into three main sections: heading and title tag, body part, and footer part. So here also we can include footer part to highlight the copyright details and all. Okay. So now let us see one common or one simple HTML page. Now let me show you how we can write HTML code. Okay, so now what I will do, I'm going to open a new document here on desktop. Okay, so let me take a text document. Let me provide a name as sample. Sample. Okay, so let me open this. As you can see here, my text notepad has been opened now. Now what I will do, I will start writing the code here. Okay, so let me increase the font style, font size here, so that it is visible for everyone. Let me make it as 18. Okay, so how to write HTML code? Okay, so we have to begin with angle bracket. Within this, I need to write HTML. Okay, immediately we have to close it. See how to close HTML tags. We have to open HTML code, and immediately after pressing the enter, we have to close the HTML tag. In between, we can implement what heading portion and body part. Okay, so now what I will do, I will move my cursor to the previous line and I will press enter here. As you can see, now let me give some space here, and after this let me write head tag. This is opening header tag, and let me close here. Simple. Again, within a header tag, what we need to do, we need to specify the title, isn't it? So now what we can do, again let me move cursor here and press enter here, give a tab space one more time, and here let me specify title tag. After this, let me write the title as sample HTML page. Okay, and after this I'm going to close title tag like this. And after header portion, now what we need to do, we need to write a body tag. Body tag. Let me close the body tag. So that's it. Okay, so this is what a sample HTML code. So now if I save this file, so now let me save this, go to file, click on save as, click on save as. So now I'm going to save my HTML code on the desktop itself with within a double quotations. This is very important. Within a double quotation, let me specify sample as the file name dot. Now I'm going to specify the HTML extension as HTML. Look at this, what I have written. In the file name, what I have done here, within a single quotations, I have specified a sample as the file name. After this, I'm going to specify the file extension with .html. So what it will do, it will save this normal text document as HTML code, HTML page. So now let me click on save. Okay. After clicking save, let me close this code. Let me go to desktop here. As you can see, we are getting a sample web page here on desktop. We saved sample with the name, isn't it? So sample.html. So for that purpose, we are getting what? A sample web page, isn't it? So now if I try to open this, so it will open in a web browser. So let me double click here. You can observe here, it is showing file type as HTML file, isn't it? You can observe it is showing what file type as HTML file. That means what? We have created HTML file successfully. Even though we have not placed any of the content in between the body of the document, but just we are able to create what HTML file. So now let me double click on this. Okay, you can see here the file has been opened now, right? You can observe the title bar here. It is showing the path where actually my file is located with sample.html. Of course, it is not containing any of the content in the body, so that's why this content is entirely blank here. But you can observe the title here. It is showing what sample HTML page, which we have used in a title tag, isn't it? So if you observe this, okay, let me open the source code here. Okay. Let me right click on this, open with Notepad. Okay. So you can observe here, this is the title we have set for recently created HTML file. The same content or same title is available in the title section of the document. You can observe here. So sample HTML page, isn't it? Sample HTML page. Look at this. Whatever the title we are going to set here, the same title is going to appear here. So this is what heading section, and this is what rest of the content what we are seeing here. It is the body part of the HTML page. So in a body part, what are the elements we can place? Let us have a discussion regarding this in upcoming sessions. Hope you have understood.